Joyride 1957, a novel of intrigue by J.P. Wasmiller, Chapter 2. James had taken an extra day and was now behind his loosely planned schedule. He took a room in a motel, dragged his gear into the room, and began a 3-hour wash. In a state of total exhaustion, he collapsed atop the covers and sauntered off into dreamland. "Just a map maker. I don't even know how to fire a gun," James said. "I'll teach you. It will only take 5 minutes. When someone shoots at you, you'll figure it out, and quick," the captain said. "But, sir, this is the biggest military assault in world history. We need everyone with a beating heart." "Yes, sir," James said, trying to hide the disgust from his voice. "Corporal, get this man a rifle." "Yes, sir." An hour later, James was aboard an LST along with 200 other brave soldiers headed across the English Channel. "Where are we going?" James asked the soldier next to him. "Utah." "Utah?" James exclaimed. "I've been there before." "Not that Utah, son," the sergeant said. "This Utah actually has a beach." "I think I might like the other Utah better. Can we turn around?" There was silence except for the creaking of the boat and the wave wash. Within an hour they all could see and now hear the fire and noise of war. Suddenly the LST hit the sand and the mass of soldiers fell forward. The front door cranked open and the 200 raced forward onto the beach. Immediately James saw the man on his left and the man on his right fall bloody to the sand. His instinct was to kneel down and help them, but he felt a hand on his collar ripping him forward. He raced forward and lunged behind a tank which had been hit by a grenade. "Forward!" the sergeant yelled. James knew better, but raced with about 20 of his comrades toward the cliff edge. The next few minutes were a blur, but soon he was standing atop the cliffs with his company, now numbering about 100. "Anybody read a map around here?" A piercing voice broke through the roar of fire all around them. James instinctively raised his hand. "Over here, General," another voice said. Soon a general and his entourage stood in front of James. "I'm General Theodore Roosevelt, Jr. Can you read a map, son?" the booming voice said. "Sure can." The general's aide spread the map on the soggy ground and then knelt to see it more clearly. "I think we're out of position, son. There's no unit near us," the general said. James looked carefully at the map, then stood to survey the beach named Utah. He then looked at the map again. Then he said, "General, look here. The beach curves right there." He pointed to the east, and, well, we are to the west of the curve. The general stared at the beach, then the map. On it was marked the expected position of General Roosevelt, Jr.'s forces. "General, I believe we are about a mile west of where we—" "Captain, reorganize on the double. We need to march with all speed a mile to our east."